you can see downtown Phoenix. Hopefully you can make it out. There's the stadium where the Suns play and the skyscrapers from downtown. You got the Superstition Mountains out there. And you can just really see the whole valley laid out in front of you here. How cool is that? Nice. Morning Internet, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Today we're in the northwestern Phoenix suburbs where we ended up after our hella ride last episode, where we rode about 265 miles from Gallup, New Mexico to here, the northwestern Phoenix suburbs, through 35-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and I heard gusts were near 60 between Winslow and the mountains, and then coming down the 17 towards Phoenix. So that was a heck of a ride, and I really felt it. I'm not gonna lie, that I felt pretty beat up. So today we're just gonna take it easy. We're just gonna kind of get out and explore, let the Garmin do its thing in adventure mode, and we'll stop at things that I find that I think are interesting. We're gonna just sort of skirt the western and southern suburbs, and I heard there's a way to get up on top of the southern mountains, so I'll see what the Garmin can do about that. So let's hit the map real quick. I'll just get you up to date and then we'll hit the road. Okay, last episode where I started in Gallup, New Mexico, out here. We had to take I-40, cross the border into Arizona. Then we got in the petrified forest, came down here, took 180 to Holbrook. We took the back roads into Winslow. Then we jumped on 87 where the wind really started to be a factor. Rode all the way up into the mountains on 87, took 260 towards Camp Verde, and we ended up here, Montezuma's Castle, and then we had to take the 17 straight down to the northwestern Phoenix suburbs, where we are today. Today we're gonna try to explore the western suburbs, some of the mountains here, the White Mountains, White Tank Mountains, and then make our way over to the South Mountain Park, where I heard you can drive up to the top of the mountain, and we'll see what we see that's interesting around the Gila River, and we'll go from there. Let's hit the road. Okay, I'm excited for today. Hopefully a much more relaxed day than our 250 to 300 mile days where we had to get from point A to point B no matter the weather. This is just a little bit of exploring, but I love these mountains that Phoenix kind of sits in a valley that's surrounded by mountains. I did kind of want to get over the Superstition Mountains, and there's a really scenic highway over there, the Apache Trail Scenic Road, but there's a bridge out and it's closed in the middle, so you really can't get through, and it's quite far. It's really literally the other end of the valley from here, and it just take a long time, and you can't ride through it, so no point in that. But these mountains are pretty cool, so I'm excited to explore a little bit. Let's see where we end up and what we can find of interest. Stay tuned. Okay, looks like our first area to explore is going to be Verrado. You can tell this area used to be pretty much all farming, except for little pockets of homes or communities, but it's really started to change here lately in the last 5 or 6 years. I think a lot of that farming has gone away, and a lot more housing developments popping up out here. Verrado is kind of interesting. It's my understanding is that it's a little bit of a more of an upscale kind of area that they've really purposefully kind of eked out of a more rural town called Buckeye, and are really trying to separate themselves and make a little more of an upscale community out here. They got a golf course. It's right in the foothills here on the southern end of the White Tank Mountains, which you can see here. So let's get in there and see what's going on. So one thing I've picked up on straight away is that they built shopping right here in sort of the center of this area. So there's a lot of people actually walking around. There must be a walkability factor. I've seen a couple of golf carts, people on bicycles, people walking. Those are things you really don't see much of in most of the Phoenix area that I've seen. Got all these parks. It's a very nice area. I see what it's all about. There's walkability here, a lot of greenery. The way it's laid out is sort of circular, I guess, if looking at the map. So I guess there's a walkability factor, and it just does seem very cozy, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. It seems like a really well thought out community here. Houses are nice, but just the way it's laid out, it makes sense. You know, you can walk. Okay, looks like it's taking us up a dead end here, but we're working our way into the foothills. I see a golf course over there. Okay, I thought I'd stop up here just real quick. We're sort of at the top of the developments, I guess. These are the White Tank Mountains, I guess. And you can usually see, I think, pretty far off in this direction, but it's a little hazy today in the valley. So there's not much to see, but I get the appeal of this town. It's tucked up here real nice. Anyway, interesting. I'm curious what the Zumo has in store for us from here. So I thought I'd show you this. We just crossed the 10 south of Verado on Verado Way is the name of the road, and it changes immediately. It just changes to a more typical Phoenix suburbs, just scrub and industrial or those sort of things. Changed right away, so they're doing a good job up there of carving out an identity. It looks like, just for the record, Garmin's going to take us south and then work our way east towards the South Mountains over there. Okay, here we are getting close to Buckeye proper, southwest of Phoenix, sort of the fringes of the southwestern Phoenix suburbs. And right away when you cross the 10, if you remember, it changed. It went from being sort of a community, like a suburb community, to being quite rural, and now we're into just heavy agriculture. Horses, cows everywhere, tractor crossing signs, a lot of produce being grown here. It's quite a diverse area. So this has been an interesting ride even thus far. Just the changes within a few minutes. We were in Verado literally 10 minutes ago. So things change quite rapidly. I'm curious what's next, honestly. Okay, we've crossed into the southern side of the Gila River, and we're just entering the foothills, I guess, on the southern side. We're still pretty far west. We just entered a town called Goodyear. Not much out here. So I saw this interesting structure. It looks like you can walk up this little tower here, and I see footpaths, but I have not been able to find out how to get up there. That's interesting, in the middle of nowhere. I went in both of these locations and I just didn't see where you could go up there. Interesting. Well, we can't hit everything, right? I was wondering what this was off in the distance here. We're following the Gila River. We're on the south side, and here's the Phoenix Raceway. It's huge. It's kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. I guess that's where they have the space to build it. Very interesting. Looks like we're going to cross over and follow the Gila River, but on the north side for a little bit. I think there's no way through on the south side right here. Okay, it looks like we've made it and are beginning our ascent up the mountain. City of Phoenix Mountain Preserve, South Mountain Park. I've heard there's several cool overlooks. Even though things are a little overcast in the valley today, it might be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm loving it. We got this very twisty ascent up the mountain. Very cool. 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, but I see why. It's pretty tight turns. So there's downtown right there. think that's the stadium where basketball is too, right next to the downtown skyscrapers. Interesting. Nice little bit of road here. Worth the drive over here. Well, here we are, Dobbins Lookout. First lookout on top of the southern mountain. You can see downtown Phoenix. Hopefully you can make it out. There's the stadium where the Suns play and the skyscrapers from downtown. You got the Superstition Mountains out there. And you can just really see the whole valley laid out in front of you here. How cool is that? Nice. Man, what a cool vantage point. I've already started the descent and then cutting over to one of the other lookouts. There's several up here. Let's go check them out. You just see the whole valley laid out before you here. How cool is that? Okay, this is the Hidden Valley lookout. Sort of another angle. You can see downtown in the stadium. I guess that's Scottsdale. Oh, there's the airport right there. So interesting. This is the southern side of the mountain. So this is looking out towards Tucson. Wow. This is pretty cool. Yeah, so that's got to be like Tucson, way off in the distance there. Or out that direction anyway. Huh. Yeah, this is on the kind of the backside, on the southern side of the mountains. Well, it's kind of one of those one road in and one road out kind of places, but so far the descent is almost like a different vantage point because it looks so different on the descent. Love all these cacti. Beautiful area, beautiful park here. I'd recommend coming up here if you're in the area. Why not? We'll look around. Okay, well, we've almost come full circle here. We are quickly approaching the entrance to the White Tank Mountains Regional Park. So we've basically done the southern part of the White Tank Mountains through Australia over to South Mountain Park, and now this is back on the north side of the White Tank Mountains, and this is where the White Tank Mountains Regional Park is. So I think this is a good place that we can wrap things up. I'm not really going to go in the park. I've been there. It's some interesting hiking, but nothing to see really from the bike. So I think we'll wrap things up. If you've liked this video or this series, please give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content as the journey continues, please subscribe and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. It's been a really exciting series. I know this episode was a little shorter, but it was real nice for me to not have any deadlines, not have any timetable, a place to go to the hotel, that sort of thing. So it's been real nice for me just to sort of explore, let the Garmin do its thing and enjoy some of the scenery in a real laid-back fashion. So we'll sign off for now, and we'll see what happens next. Thanks again.